Hi, I'm Prince Love live from Planet Earth. You are watching Chixxflix. I hope you enjoy this show. It's going to be a good show, I promise you. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to talk about Charlie Kirk because, it's only been, 2 weeks since he's passed, and he really was not a good person. He really wasn't someone that anyone should want to be, and he is a 100% um, racist, and he's a bigot. There's nothing good to say about him. Actually, the more Charlie Kirk videos I see, is the more racist it gets. When he's on a college campus and he's saying that Trayvon was hunting George Zimmerman down to a student that probably doesn't know anything about the situation, where it wasn't that. It was Trayvon was being hunted down by Zimmerman. The dispatcher told Neighborhood Watch Zimmerman to not follow Trayvon. He still ended up doing it with a gun on him, and then they ended up getting into a scuffle, and Zimmerman did what he did, and now Trayvon's no longer with him. So when you got Charlie Kirk setting up lies like that, that is so nasty. Why did he do that? I want the followers of Charlie Kirk to tell me, why did he just lie like that? Anyway, we're also going to talk about the Cardi B situation because I feel like it needs to be discussed. As you know, Cardi B got pregnant while still married by Stefon Diggs. She's 4 months with him, and it's like, Cardi, what do you're self-sabotaging literally, and you shouldn't have to do this. I'm wondering, who's on her team? Is anyone saying, hey, this is a little weird that you're pregnant while you're still in a marriage, going through a divorce with 3 other kids? Is no one telling Cardi B this is weird? This is not good. It's bad. You're setting yourself up for failure. Stefon Diggs was just on a boat with some white powder and some women, not worried about you as you're dating him. What are we doing? We're also going to talk about the conspiracies behind the Charlie Kirk thing because I see even Candace Owens, she's making these weird statements and saying oh, there was the first shot was a distraction, but there was another shot that got through the Kirk underneath him. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're also going to talk about the HBCU thing that just happened, where it was some MAGA guys went to an HBCU and they're provoking them, and the HBCU, nobody went to debate these 2 MAGA guys. They marched them right out the campus, which is good. So we're definitely going to get into all of it. But anyway, let's get into the Charlie Kirk thing first. So Charlie Kirk was definitely a racist, and he definitely wasn't as smart nor that great as everyone's making him seem. He's going to have the nerve to say black women don't have, as specifically these 2 black women that Charlie Kirk said don't have brain processing power. Charlie Kirk said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama don't have the brain processing power to make it on their own. Joy Reid graduated, got her degree from Princeton University. Michelle Obama got her degree from Harvard. Charlie Kirk dropped out after 1 semester in college. Did you know that? Did you know that Charlie Kirk dropped out after 1 semester in college? Yet he's talking about 2 black women who got their degrees from Princeton and Harvard, Michelle Obama, Joy Reid, who didn't drop out like he did, and he's saying they don't have the brain processing power? Are you kidding me? This is the guy that everyone's defending. This guy. And yeah, those black women, and he named another one, those black women just happen to be black women. This guy had with every Charlie Kirk video, it gets worse and worse and worse. This guy was a bigot, a racist, nothing to look up to, nothing to be proud of. Really just trash. And honestly, you don't have to, no one's celebrating that he's gone, but you can 100% feel relief that one less racist is on planet Earth. You can 100% feel great about that. You can 100% like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody should be getting fired. Nobody should be getting expelled from their school just because they criticize Charlie Kirk or say that, damn, I'm relieved that racist bigot is gone. But yet you have it happening anyway, But yeah, that's just one example. Another example, Charlie Kirk really went on a college campus and told one of the students that Trayvon was chasing down George Zimmerman. That's what he said. He said he hunted him down. I quote, he hunted George Zimmerman down. That's not how it goes. That's not how it went, and that's not how it goes. The story goes, George Zimmerman saw Trayvon, and he was following him. He calls the police. The dispatcher tells George Zimmerman, hey, do not follow him. George Zimmerman continues to follow him with a gun on him. He obviously gets out of his car. Him and Trayvon get in a scuffle, and George Zimmerman takes his life. That's what happened. It was never Trayvon hunting down George Zimmerman. Trayvon was leaving a convenience store with Skittles and in Arizona. But this is what Charlie Kirk, one of these campuses, and said. This is what he said on the campuses. This is what he said. It's on video. This is the guy that everyone's defending. This guy was a nasty racist. Not only was he racist, but he didn't even have like the gall or like just the manhood to be honest. He would go and lie to people that don't know the true story. But that's what he went on to say. Disgusting. Disgusting. This guy was nasty. This guy was actually nasty. Like, good riddance, you ugly racist. You ugly racist. You want to lie about Trayvon Martin and say George Zimmerman was being hunted down by Trayvon when it was the opposite other way around? When Zimmerman chased down Trayvon and took his life and was following him. Even the dispatcher told Zimmerman, hey, don't follow Trayvon. But no, he wanted to follow him. He took his life, and that's how the story goes. You want to say that black women don't have brain processing power? You want to name Joy Reid and Michelle Obama when they graduated from Princeton and Harvard University, and you dropped out of college after one semester? This is the guy that everyone wants to defend. This guy. This Nepo baby. This guy that had everything handed to him. Rich parents. Rich parents. And by the way, you want to know the beauty about Charlie Kirk being gone? There will never be another Charlie Kirk for some time. Charlie Kirk is a decade-long white man who grew up rich, had everything given to him, a platform, money, everything, and has been in the game for a decade long. That doesn't just come out of nowhere. And he could connect with some of the young people. I'll give him that. That doesn't just come out of nowhere. Somebody can't just replace him. Ben Shapiro is not replacing Charlie Kirk. Megyn Kelly is not replacing Charlie Kirk. She's grayed up and she's annoying. Steven Crowder is not replacing Charlie Kirk. He got his twins taken away by some conservative bitch. Candace Owens is not replacing Charlie Kirk. She is a black woman, and they're not gonna follow her because of that, because they're racist. And she's kind of going cuckoo with this Charlie conspiracies. Nick Fuentes is not going to replace Charlie Kirk. He is a blatant racist. So he's too blatant to replace Charlie Kirk. So you really have nobody to replace Charlie Kirk. You really have no one to replace him. So that's one of the good things about him. Actually, he'll never be replaced, at least for now. Turning Point will go down as a thing that just happened, and that's it. So he won't be getting replaced anytime soon. So yeah, you have that, and he's just like, it's nasty. It's nasty, nasty, nasty. This guy it wasn't somebody to defend. Like, everyone was defending him. He was a racist and nasty, an ugly, nasty racist that spread lies. That's all he was a nasty racist that spread lies. That's what Charlie Kirk was. He wants to say that Zimmerman was was getting hunted down by Trayvon. When Trayvon was actually the one getting hunted down by Zimmerman, the dispatcher told Zimmerman to don't chase him down, and he still did it anyway. Charlie Kirk dropped out of college after one semester. Meanwhile, Joy Reid and Michelle Obama got their degrees from Princeton and Harvard. They didn't drop out after one semester like Charlie Kirk. They weren't given millions of dollars at a young age like Charlie Kirk. They weren't given they worked for everything they have. Charlie Kirk was given everything. He grew up rich. He's a rich white man, an ugly racist white man that grew up rich. Anyway, so you got that going on. And then you have even his funeral, even the funeral that they had for Charlie Kirk, it looked like an RNC. It looked like a Republican National Convention. It didn't even look like a funeral. It looked like a WWE platform. That's what Charlie Kirk's funeral looked like. It looked like, oh, wow, yeah, 200,000 people showed up. Okay, I mean, cool. Great. And you know what? I'm sure Charlie Kirk would love the way he went out. He went out by the hands of a white man. He said we were dangerous black people, but a white man took him out on a white campus in a white state. I'm sure he loved that way to go out. I'm sure he wouldn't want it any other way but to go out like that, in a white state by a white man surrounded by white people. That's how Charlie Kirk left the earth. I'm sure he would want it no other way. No trans, no black people, Nothing. I'm sure he would want it just like that. So at least he got. I'm sure he's like, looking up from down there and like, oh, at least I went out like that. Oh, thank God. Oh, because black people, they're the ones. They're the problem. That 22-year-old white boy that took me out, he's not the problem. It's the black people. I'm sure he's saying that. So there's that. I don't even know if I want to continue talking about him anyway. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't, but I don't even know if I want to continue talking about him. Probably we can move on to this HBCU thing. Actually, no, we're going to talk about Candace. Candace is going crazy right now. From what we know, Candace and Kirk wasn't really tight like that. Like from what she just recently started following him. I think she wasn't even following Charlie. Like she has a couple videos and a couple pics. That doesn't mean they were best friends. A lot of people have pics with me, and like you doesn't mean you can't say we're best friends, and you can't even show us a text message from the last time you texted him, and you wasn't even invited to speak at his funeral, or even you didn't even go to the funeral. Why is that? If Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens was friends, why wasn't she at his funeral? Why wasn't she allowed to speak on stage? Why wasn't she one of the speakers? And she's a big panderer. They would have loved to have one of their black tokens on the stage. They had JD Vance weird self on the stage, who's more than likely going to run for 2028. I can't wait to see him lose. I can't wait to see JD Vance lose in 2028. He wants to defend Charlie Kirk comments about black women having no brain processing power that Charlie Kirk had said. I can't wait for JD Vance to lose in 2028. I don't think JD Vance can win an election on his own. I actually think that 50% of me, the Epstein files is going to have to make Trump get impeached and then JD Vance steps in. I actually think it might go that way. I don't see JD winning an election on his own. There is nothing cool. There is no personality to JD. He's already in the administration and we're getting nothing. We're not getting mass deportations, a better economy. We're not getting nothing right now with him in the administration, much less somebody voting for him for president. What is he going to have to look back after when 2028 comes? What are we going to have that's better? What? So I don't see JD winning anything on his own. Honestly, I don't. I just can't wait for something. I'm not voting. I think everyone should stop voting. I don't think no one should vote, especially if you're black. Nothing is getting better for us. The only people that win when we vote is the billionaires. But the billionaires need our vote for the candidate that they want. Anyway, so there's that. Like Candace is making a bunch of conspiracy theories. She keeps posting videos and pics. Well, she posted like 2 or 3 pics or videos of her and Charlie saying that was like they were like, she making it seem like they were great friends, but she didn't go to the funeral, and she also wasn't one of the speakers at Charlie's funeral. So how are you friends? She said, oh, I'm going to listen to Kanye instead of going to the funeral. I thought that was your friend. Wouldn't you want to go to your great friend's funeral? So I'm just like, okay, cool. She's spiraling. Candace Owens is spiraling. After she loses this case to the French president, because I don't know if you guys heard, but his wife gave vivid pics of her being a woman. So after Candace loses this case, she's done. I predict that this is the end of her career. We are watching the end of Candace Owens. She'll be done before December, I promise you, or before January, because she's spiraling out of control. She's going to lose this case to the French president's wife. And she's making a bunch of conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk assassination. So, like, I just see this is the end of Candace Owens. Really, I'm being serious. It's all just stupid, honestly. It's all just stupid. It's all just stupid. But I had to go into the Charlie Kirk thing because everyone was making this guy. They compared Charlie Kirk to MLK. Okay, so let's compare them. A rich white man that grew up rich, given everything, all the money, dropped out of college after 1 semester, couldn't even get a degree, didn't have to fight for civil rights, didn't fight for anyone's rights, didn't really fight for anything. All he did was debate a bunch of college campus kids, people, and then edit the videos and post them, versus MLK, a black man that had to fight for civil rights, got assassinated, was fighting the government, had to march in the heat and is one of our greatest leaders. That's who they're comparing Charlie Kirk to. Charlie Kirk could never be. Charlie Kirk is not half the man Martin Luther King was. Charlie Kirk was a racist, a liar. He lied about Trayvon Martin. He lied and said that Zimmerman was chasing Trayvon when it was the. He lied and said that Trayvon was chasing Zimmerman when it was the other way around. Zimmerman was chasing Trayvon with a gun in his car. Trayvon was coming back from the store with Skittles in Arizona, not a danger. He goes on and says that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama don't have brain processing power. Meanwhile, they got degrees from Princeton and Harvard. Charlie Kirk dropped out of college after one semester, so he's not even smart. But this is the guy they're comparing to MLK. And he didn't even have to fight for anything because he grew up rich. This is the guy they're comparing to MLK. You can't be like, it's just the jokes write themselves. The jokes write themselves, bro. The jokes write themselves. And when you really think about it, they're doing this. The reason why people are comparing Charlie Kirk to MLK, because they don't have an MLK. They don't have a person that fought for rights and won and succeeded and had to really go against the system. They've always had the system. They don't have someone like MLK. They don't have a Harriet Tubman. They don't have anybody. All their heroes, ask any white person, all their heroes are slave owners, they rapists, and they just do genocide. That's all their heroes. They don't have anyone like MLK, a Harriet Tubman, someone that's on the right side of history. They don't have people like that. And I'm not talking about celebrities, so nobody say that in the comments. Anyway, so you got that. That was a long little rant of Charlie Kirk. We're going to move on to the HBCU thing. So to start the HBCU thing off, these two MAGA guys, or a couple of MAGA guys, go on an HBCU campus to debate about DEI and something DEI. That's basically what they want to debate about. Why would any black person on that campus want to debate two MAGA people about DEI? You're not going to change our mind about it, and we're not going to change your racist mind about it. Then they're getting escorted by police out, and of course, the students on the HBCU campus is following them out with cameras. They're yelling at them. Cool. No one's getting hit, though. And they're like, oh, this is so weird. Why is this happening? Lauren Chen, I don't know if y'all remember her, the anti-black Asian. She goes on and says, oh, Trump got more HBCUs money. He got them more money than they had. And look, one of his followers can't even go on the campus and debate. Lauren, why would we want to debate them? They're not going to change their mind, and we're not going to change our mind. We're not racist. They are, and they're bigots. What are they going to? We already know what the argument's going to be. The argument is going to be this. You're only here because of DEI, right? A historically black college. You're only on this campus because of DEI. We're going to go, no, we're not. No one's just giving out degrees, and we're all working hard. They're going to go, no. You don't work hard unless you're white. That's what they're going to go with. Apparently, no one works hard other than white people. That's what apparently it is. So that's how the argument's going to go. But you have Lauren Chen, this anti-black Asian, talking like, go on her Twitter right now, type in black people, and I promise you it will be nothing but negativity. It will be nothing uplifting, nothing positive, just how much she has resentment for black people, don't like black people. And of course, that's just her. Now, she got kicked off major platforms, thank God, so she's no longer on YouTube, but now she's back on Twitter, and it's just like, God damn. Twitter got everybody on it. But, yeah, so that's what happened. It's like, why would they want to, chat with y'all, argue with y'all? What are we going to change our mind about? White people will never change. A lot of white people, and a good chunk of them, a good chunk of white people are not about to change their mind about racism, about bigotry, about what's going on. And that's how you can, and they're doing it at their own fault. Right now, they have negative birth rates. You're telling me white people have negative birth rates globally. They are dying in population, and they still won't change their minds. What does that tell you? If your women are telling you, white man, that, hey, I'm not going to have your baby, and we're going to have negative birth rates, not only here, but in Poland, the UK, the continent of Europe, we're going to just have negative birth rates. He still won't change. He still won't change his racist ways, and he'll still just blame black people and non-white people about everything. Even white women don't want to have babies by white men. What does that tell you as white men? That you need to change. Nobody wants you to come on their, no HBCU wants you to come on their campus to debate about DEI, out of all things. Because we know how the conversation is going to go, and it's not going to go pretty because y'all are bigots and racists, and y'all trying to draw us out, draw some reaction. I'm glad none of those black people acted out and like swung or nothing like that because that's exactly what they would want. Hey, hit me so I can make a bigger spectacle out of the situation. Anyway, so as they deal with that, as they like sometimes, man, like the issues can be solved easily if white men and women just look at the issue and like stop thinking about non-white people and just think about the issue at hand. Some of your issues at hand could easily be solvable. Oh, illegal immigration, illegal immigration. You want to get rid of illegal immigration? Okay, arrest all white farmers if you want to get rid of all the illegal immigrants and never have it happen again. Arrest all the white farmers, all the white men that are hiring these illegals, so that way they know when they come to this country illegally, if they're able to get through, they won't have a job and they won't have income. Arrest all of them. These white men, these white farmers, these white men of these businesses that are hiring illegal immigrants, they are doing it consciously. They know what they're doing. You want to stop illegal immigration? You want to stop the illegals from coming? You want to stop the excess of illegals having jobs and income while they're here illegally? Lock up all white farmers and all white owners of businesses that are hiring them. If you were serious, you would do that. Just like Black Authority Jason Black said. So you got that going on. Um, it's just, it's just, and then you got like I don't know if you guys saw, but Jimmy Fallon's back on air. He just came back. I watched a little bit of what he said yesterday, last night, and it was funny. You got Trump back on Twitter, like he's so Trump is still mad that Jimmy Fallon, I mean not Jimmy Fallon, my bad. Jimmy Kimmel is back on TV. Trump is mad that Jimmy Kimmel is back on TV, and he's like threatening to sue because of this. So he's threatening to sue ABC, and it's like, dude, we got more pressing issues. We still haven't gotten mass deportations. The economy sucks. You are starting new wars. We still have a war in Ukraine. We still got this Iran and Israel thing going on. You want a regimen? You want a regimen change in where is it again? Brazil. I think it's Brazil, right? If I remember correctly, or Venezuela, something like that. Like, we've got so much going on. We don't need you worrying about ABC and who they're hiring and who they're letting on TV. Oh, the ratings are bad. Trump, you are the president. And like it's just wild. Like the way that Republicans fool white people and like just get them to vote no matter what is the same thing that Democrats do to black people. That's why neither of us shouldn't vote for neither of these parties. We shouldn't go to none of their rallies. We shouldn't vote in the 2028 election. We should just be like, you know what? You guys want to keep ignoring us. You want to keep letting illegals in. You want to not focus and stop worrying about Jimmy Kimmel on ABC. No problem. We're gonna just not vote for you guys no more. We're not gonna pay attention to you no more. That's what he's on Twitter talking about. Dude, we got a lot more going on that you need to be doing. So it's just stuff like that, dude. It's just stuff like that where it's just like, what the heck is going on? What's going on? Trump is talking about, oh, Tylenol is linked to autism. You have Tylenol already expressing that they don't recommend taking their product while pregnant. So what he's telling us isn't anything new. Trump, what you're telling us about Tylenol isn't anything new. Tylenol already said a while back they don't recommend taking it while you're pregnant. It's not new. Also, there are women that have been pregnant on Tylenol and their babies didn't have autism. So what now? Like, he is such a waste. Like, he's not giving us nothing. You're not getting mass deportations. You're not getting a better economy. You're not getting no wars. Trump is giving us nothing. For the people that voted for him, are you getting anything that you wanted? It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like anyone's getting anything they wanted. Like, anyway, we should talk about something else. We should move on because this Cheeto guy, I'm gonna just start calling him Cheeto from now on. This guy is just Cheeto is just he's pissing me off. Um, I did want to talk about the Cardi B drama because Cardi B, man, Cardi B got pregnant by Stefon Diggs, who she known for 4 months, while she's still married to Offset, and she has 3 kids with him. Like what Cardi B is doing is like not funny, it's not cute, it's weird, it's bad, and nobody should be defending this. Well, you see people in the comment section on Twitter, on Instagram defending this. It's like it's weird. Even she didn't want to speak about it because it's weird, it's bad. You're pregnant by a guy you known for 4 months versus you're with your husband with whom you have 3 children by. What kind of what is she doing? And then here's what's gonna happen. Her and Stefon Diggs is gonna break up, and then we're gonna hear her on Twitter talking about, oh my God, this guy is so bad to me, blah blah blah. Cardi, you're doing it to yourself. Why are you pregnant by Stefon Diggs? Why can't you just date him, get your divorce, and that's it? Yes, Offset is after Cardi's money. I 100% believe that Offset is after Cardi's money because Cardi B make more money than Offset. And men nowadays, they're after your bag. If you're a woman with a bag, men are going to be after it nowadays, like Offset is for Cardi B's bag. So I 100% believe her when she says, hey, this guy is after my money right now. I believe that. However, that don't give you an excuse to get pregnant by Stefon Diggs, who you know for 4 months, and who was just on a boat with some white powder or pink powder and 3 other women while you were dating him. So he's clearly a cheater too. He's a cheater too. So Cardi B went from one cheater, Offset, to another cheater, Stefon Diggs, got pregnant by both, going through a divorce, and potentially about to get her money taken from Offset because Offset is after her money. So it's like, is she doing anything right? She's not doing nothing. Like Cardi B is not doing nothing right. Like none of this is right. Like she's not doing nothing right. And people want to defend Cardi B. Oh, it's her business. Like she's rich. She can take care of another child. We're not arguing about her taking care of it. We know she's rich. The thing we're arguing about is she's with this guy, Stefon Diggs, for 4 months while being married and is pregnant by Stefon Diggs, who is also a cheater, who is also on a boat with 3 other women, just like Offset cheats. We're arguing about the father of the child. We're arguing about her still being married. We're saying, hey, this is not a... Yeah, she doesn't... We're not saying she's a role model, but why are you defending this? You don't have to defend it. I think it's perfectly fine if people criticize that. What Cardi B should be saying is, hey, don't be like me. I'm married with 3 kids, and I had a baby by a guy I've been dating for 4 months. Don't be like me. That's what Cardi B should be saying. She should be yelling at the rooftops, hey, this was not a good decision. I don't believe in unaliving my kids. I don't believe in abortions. But please don't be like me and get pregnant by a guy you're dating for 4 months while you're still married to your husband, whom you have 3 kids with. That's what Cardi B should be saying. She should be saying, hey, do not be like me to young women. That's what she should be saying. Is she saying that? No, she's not saying that. She's making jokes about it on Instagram. Oh, that's your baby daddy? It's my baby daddy too. That's what she said on Instagram. That's what we're dealing with right now. Like that should be every baby mom. Don't every baby, just like Cardi B, like every baby mom should be saying that, hey, don't be like me. This was a bad decision. I don't know, God. It's just bad. I saw people defending her. I'm just like, why are you defending this? Like, why are you defending this? Um, oh, people, please don't forget to follow the Facebook, the TikTok, the Twitch, the Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Put your notifications on when you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I go live. Um, yeah, follow all that so you know. But make sure you like the video too and share it. But anyway, yeah, this Cardi B situation, it's like people defending it. It's like you can be a married woman and still a how should I describe it? It's like Cardi B doesn't learn. Like Cardi B is currently married with 3 kids, and she already expressed to us that hey, she's paying for most of the necessities for the kids. She's paying for the lessons that they're taking, the school stuff, like everything that has the driver. She's paying all that while Offset is not paying all that. And now you're getting pregnant by Stefan Diggs, who you know for 4 months. What if he turns and does the same thing? Because your husband can't even do it. So what if he turns and do the same thing? And Stefan Diggs currently from allegedly has like 3 kids of his own and a couple more on the way. So it's like you went from one bad guy to another. You went from one cheater to another cheater. Stephon Diggs was just on that boat, like I said, with white powder and 3 women. It's like you're going from one cheater to another. You're going from one deadbeat to another deadbeat. One bad guy to another bad guy. And it's like you're getting pregnant by him. Like, Cardi, you do not need to be getting pregnant anymore, bro. I know Hispanics get pregnant quick, but isn't 3 kids enough, Cardi, for now at least, while you get yourself together and go through your divorce? Like, Stefon Diggs doesn't seem too off from Offset. He's a cheater too. He's a player too. He got baby mamas of his own too. Stefon Diggs got baby mamas he don't claim. Like, is she not learning? What's going on with Cardi B, bro? And then you got women defending this. Why are you defending this? You know why women are also defending Cardi B having a baby with Stefon Diggs while she's still married to Offset and she has 3 kids with Offset? Because a lot of them are in that same predicament where they have multiple baby daddies and no father around, and they know that they choose men wrong. So that's another reason why they're defending this. They're like, damn, like, let her do what she do because I know I make bad decisions about men myself, type ish. That's another reason they're doing that. You know, that's another reason that they're defending Cardi B, basically. That's what I see, and that's what I think. It's just bad. It's just a bad situation all around. I don't like it, and I just we'll see what happens, but we already know how it's going to end. Cardi B is going to get divorced from Offset eventually because right now it's hard to get out the divorce because they're married, and